So when applying for the grant, we thought about a makerspace because we wanted something that would really engage our kids in a more hands-on learning experience, something that we could move throughout the school relatively easily, which is why we thought about a mobile makerspace. Teachers can check it out of the computer lab, move it wherever they want, and bring it to the classroom and present the kids with challenges that they are hands-on, engaged in learning about science, technology, engineering, and math. We started out with YOXO connection tubes, Legos, lots of cardboard, tape, glue guns, things that you can find around the house that kids can build with. We also got some Sphero robots for programming and some makey-makeys. So we presented the kids with a Lemelson Invent It challenge this year, and that's what they've been working on for the past 2 months. And they've been creating inventions that help the environment. That was the challenge. Every year Lemelson presents a different challenge, and this year's challenge was to invent something that would improve the environment for others. The kids are learning, and they're playing, and they're discovering, and they don't even realize they're learning. They're super engaged, much more so than with a book or a paper and a pencil worksheet. And hopefully we hope to take it more school-wide in the future, maybe adding a grade or two each year. At some point, have all the students participate in the Invention Challenge. Thank you so much. Our students are just enriched every day by these products that we were able to purchase from your funding. They're learning a lot about science, math, using technology to help them learn about those things and show what they've learned and share it with others, and we are so very grateful.
I used to work with an aquarium, and we had a watershed program, so I wanted to do something like that. For me, as a life science teacher, I just wanted to have students practice collecting data and interpreting that data, using instruments and analyzing water quality, and then connecting that back to the ecosystem.
My part is my students are actually building the underwater robot that we're going to use. It's going to be collecting samples from the Mississippi River.
So we will be using data that are gathered by the science classes in order to check on the health of the river and compare it over years. So the goal here is to get some longitudinal data that allows us to compare how are things changing, is pollution increasing, decreasing, what's the general health, and actually run statistical tests on that. So the students will be performing real science and using statistics in order to get results that they can share with the community at large.
I want them to feel comfortable building something, and I want them to understand how they put everything together. And they're going to be using an engineering notebook to keep track of what they do. So I want them to learn about how to put together an engineering notebook as well as how to actually build a robot.
So as we get more and more data, we'll be able to do cooler and cooler things. So the data they'll be collecting is real-world data that has actual impacts for the community, for the environment. So if we see pollution levels rising, we can say, this is the data, this is what we think is going to happen in the future, these are maybe the causes we've researched. So, hey, community, let's act on this. Like, we can actually share this with companies, with the DNR, with anyone who's interested.
Well, I think our goal for a long time has been to add to our STEM program learning experiences for our students that were really applicable to the real world. I think this Cortisol project is perfect for that.
Yeah, most of my career is in medical diagnostics. I spent 20 years with Beckman Coulter. 4 years ago, I came to Southwest Christian. This year I've been able to, with the help of the STEM grant, buy some equipment and make a business within the school. We call it Star Diagnostics because we are the Southwest Christian Stars, and it's a company that's trying to develop a test for cortisol in saliva. And that company is designed and run just like I remember it from Beckman Coulter. So we have stand-up boards where all the tasks are written out each day that students have to complete. And then every morning they have a stand-up meeting with student program managers, so they have to report what they've done. And if they have done it, they can say in front of everybody it's accomplished. If they haven't done it, then they have to say they're not done. So there's a little accountability there for accomplishing what you are asked to do.
Brand new.
A lot of the people who are making don't necessarily get to be in the classroom and see how these kids are learning, and certainly probably don't get to see where these kids will go. But I can tell you, being a person in education, when kids get to have these types of experiences, lights go on and passion grows, and kids start to get vision, saying, look, I enjoy this. I can see where I could use my skills in the real world, in a career that could help people, that could do something significant for the world, and that's what these grants do. And I would love those donors to realize that they are playing a key role in equipping this next generation of, I would like to think, leaders in industry.